A lawsuit has been filed against Cincinnati Children's Hospital and a former doctor there who is facing federal child porn charges.
Brittany Harry is at Children's with more.
Have been in contact with two local law firms who says they've received calls from multiple concerned parents. One of those firms telling me that they've already filed a lawsuit and that they expect it to grow with the number of calls. I also spoke to another concerned parent who wanted to remain anonymous. Now, it's important to note that this parent that you are about to hear from is not connected to the lawsuit.
And eventually, through the civil lawsuit process, we will get to the bottom of it, and we'll find out what was going on in detail for all of our clients.
Right now, many parents still left with more questions than answers after learning of allegations against a now former Cincinnati Children's Hospital doctor. 73-year-old Howard Saul is charged federally with transporting and possessing child pornography. According to the FBI, he's accused of being in possession of more than 153,000 images and 470 videos of child sex abuse material. Saul, according to a notification sent to parents, left Children's Hospital on July 14th, but that notification didn't explain why.
We're all outraged, we're all angry, we all want answers. We're all not sleeping, we're all sick to our stomach. Most of these children are special needs. They can't speak up for themselves. It is up to us parents to fight for them.
The FBI said in its statement to the media last week, investigators have not located any evidence of child pornography involving patients or children associated with Cincinnati Children's Hospital. The Hamilton County Sheriff's Office says all of the pictures on Saul's devices of patients were taken in a clinical setting and were not illegal. The Sheriff's Office says there is no evidence at this time that Saul traded or distributed images of patients.
How do you say that? A guy that's decades of practice and walked around with a Nikon camera around his neck all the time in a camera bag. How do you just make a blanket statement knowing about this for a few months that none of the patients were involved? That's really, really hard to believe, don't you think?
That does not make things any better. How do we know that these images were not linked to the black web or sold to somebody else for used for gratification?
The parent says she's also noticed some of her child's medical records have disappeared from MyChart. The lawsuit claims Saul took photos of children in the nude, claiming they were for medical purposes. It also claims he told one of his patients they were, quote, glamour shots. Saul is being sued in part for negligence, battery, and emotional distress. Children's Hospital, according to the lawsuit, is being sued in part for vicarious liability, negligent credentialing, and fraud. We have reached out to Children's repeatedly for information and follow-up questions in this investigation, and we have not yet heard back. But I did reach out again today about this lawsuit. They responded saying that they do not comment on pending litigation. As we've already reported, records show that Saul's medical license has been revoked. If you are a concerned parent, the FBI says that you should reach out to him. You should do so at saal.investigation@fbi.gov. Brittany Harry, Fox 19 Now.